John Maxwell said that a level 5 leader, for example, will never follow a level 3 leader. I don't know what I consider myself right now. Maybe a level 8 leader, because I see myself as having, hi John, I see myself as having room to grow. But if I want to attract people that are stronger than myself, I have to become that person. So if you are, and it's very possible, and it's not a bad thing, if you're a newish coach and you're at a level 1 or 2, what are the chances that you're going to attract a level 10 leader? Probably pretty slim. So, and that's totally normal. If you're in the beginning of the business and you want to attract people that actually want to work the business, you need to become that person. And you become that person as a process through self-development. And it's true, 6 years later, more and more, I'm attracting people that are like myself. I've attracted Rosa, and I've never actually told you this to your face, but I see you as not a mini Barbie Decker. I see you as having more potential than I do, and that makes me really, really happy. And that's the kind of people that I want to attract. So now we're getting to the good stuff, accountability. So I'm gonna, he warned me about my shoe getting stuck in a hole, and now I'm stuck.
It's stuck.
I'm just gonna stand there. I'll just like, no, I need help because we don't know.
Give me your hands. There you go.
Luckily, I was a professor by training, and so there was always this projector, and whenever I would walk, all the kids would be like, "Watch out, professor!" And I'd always fall. But anyway, so this is the fun stuff. This is the part where we talk about accountability. What is accountability? Well, it's a noun, and it means responsibility to someone, that's the teacher in me, or for some activity. So basically, you're a coach, and if you have a coach or a customer, they're going to be accountable to you. Okay? Why? Why are we doing this? We are helping our coaches be accountable to us so that they can reach their goals. I'm going to confess something to you. I used to really not like getting on the phone with my coaches, Skyping with my coaches, connecting with my coaches. If it wasn't on Facebook or on email, I didn't want to do it. And right before I came here, I was like, wait, but why was that? And I think this was because I didn't really know what to do. So, okay, we're on the phone. What do we talk about? Do you kind of feel like that? It's totally normal. I'm like, I bet they feel like that too. So what I'm hoping to do with you today is give you some guidance as to what you need to do when you get on the phone with your coaches. I like this. Okay, we're going to be talking about different ways of creating accountability, but these are the fundamentals. So whether you're using Skype, Facebook, texting, we're going to talk about texting in a little bit, and I absolutely love coaching through text messaging. You need to know your coach's why. That is a fundamental, and you do that in your first meeting, and this can change. Joel, are you here? Hi. He's a brand new coach, and he told me his why. It's pretty big, okay? Well, 2 weeks into it, he wasn't really doing the things that I'm sorry, I'm going to pick on you. He wasn't really doing the things that he said he was going to do. Or rather, he had this big goal of eventually quitting his job or eventually doing this full time. If you know your coach's why, and they're not doing the activities that are going to get them there, then you can hold them accountable. And so what did I tell you, Joe? I said, you have big dreams. And if you want to achieve these dreams, then you're going to need to step it up, and this is what you're going to need to do. Do you get that? So I think a lot of times we're afraid to ask our coaches what it is that they truly want for themselves. But if you don't do that, then you're just shooting in the dark. I have a coach, Kathy Webster, who is a professor. She's one of my friends, and she's so happy when she sells an Ultimate Reset, a Slim and 6, a Turbo Fire, and she makes 20, 30 bucks, and that's all she wants. She doesn't want to build a business. And you know what? That's totally fine with Kathy. Her why is not to stay home with her kids. Her why is to have fun and to make 20 bucks because it's like winning the lottery. Great. So then I know that where I need to spend my time. So if you know your coach's why, then you're going to be able to help them be accountable. If you don't know, you're going to be wasting your time, their time, and I would probably lose my friend Kathy if I kept pushing her to do all my boot camps, to do this training, to do that, because that's not what she wants. Number 2, help your team dream. What would your ideal life look like? I'd like to do this in the Getting Started Right meeting. So even if they just tell me, because I think a lot of coaches will tell you, I just want to make a little bit of money, right? I would still ask them, so what if you could like live your ideal life? What would that look like? And I take notes. And then I just see how they do and they progress. 3rd, consistently share your vision one-on-one and with your entire team. I would begin stalking Hillary Kelly, top coach Hillary Kelly. She does an amazing job of sharing her life and her vision. She used to be, I think, the manager of a restaurant, like a waitress or something. Now she lives in Florida. She's always posting pictures of her children. Hillary Kelly, you're her coach. She's always posting pictures of her children and surfing. That is sharing your vision. And because we're friends, she includes me on her team page. I see how she helps people dream. And so I copy her. So if you find people that are successful, do what they're doing. Post pictures, share, help people dream. What do you want for yourself? Be transparent, let other people see what you're doing. Got it? Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
I'm like so serious, you know? These are the different, are you having fun, Becky?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the different, when it's her turn, I don't host events, so I'll just be standing there pretty, hopefully my foot won't get stuck again. But these are the different forms of accountability. So, and we're going to talk about some of them because of time. Facebook groups, we're going to talk about that. Skype, just a little bit about that. Telephone, in person, I hardly ever see anyone in person. Text messaging, my very favorite, and I'm kind of awful with email. Okay, but I like other forms. Have you ever heard of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule? Okay, so this is a room full of 900 people. Imagine you were all on my team or on Becky's team, and every single one of you had a question for me, Barbie Decker. How would I be able to spend time with each and every one of you to answer the same question that 600 people have? Huh? Would it be possible? With 600 people, I think it's limited. Facebook group, okay? Yes. There's the one-to-many model. This is a one-to-many model. I'm one person, we have something to share, we are sharing it with many. When I first became a coach, I tried to be, well, the first 2 years, I tried to be everything to everyone. I tried to have this awesome one-on-one relationship with every single one of my customers, with every single one of my coaches, whether or not they matched my efforts. So just because you want them to succeed doesn't mean that your coach wants to succeed. And so what I do tell my coaches now is, you run, I run. You walk, I walk. I do the training in the beginning, you disappear on me, I'll check in on you once in a while in a mass email, but I'm not chasing anyone. 20% of the people in your organization are going to produce 80% of the results. I'll say it again because it's important. 20% of the people in your organization are going to produce 80% of the results. So who do you spend your time with? You spend your time, and Darren Hardy said this at the leadership conference, you spend your time with the top producers. So what does this mean? Does it mean that you're cool and that you abandon everyone else and that you don't pay attention to them? Absolutely not. But this is where Facebook groups come in. This allows you for a one-to-many model. I like this. So Facebook groups allow you to share yourself with, and this is just for you, right? This is what you get out of it. You can share yourself with many people, as opposed to, I've got a message for Lois, I've got a message for John, I've got a message for Rosa, I've got a message for Diane. Gosh, that would take forever. But if they're in my group and they're telling me they want to work the business, they're going to check in on the group to see what Barbie Decker has to say to the group. And so that saves you time. It's the same thing with a challenge group. If you've got a challenge group of 10 people, and it's the same 3 people that are posting all the time, what does that tell you? Leader. You said it. It's the people, it tells you that those are the people that are going to be good coaches. And it's the exact same thing with the coaching groups. And this is what allows you to identify who you're going to work with one-on-one. This is what I do. Because I've tried it before where I've tried to give my time one-on-one to everyone that asks for it. But Jim Rhodes said this a long time ago, and it took me a long time to finally listen to it or hear what he was saying. You don't give your time to the people that need it or ask for it. You give your time to the people that deserve it. Got it? Okay? This is good stuff. Okay. Facebook groups are great because for the coaches, because they allow coaches to learn from each other. They allow me to learn from my coaches. I never pretend that I have all the answers. I love working with coaches because they're innovative. I'm kind of an old coach already, you know, and so sometimes I have old ideas. And then I see new coaches doing new things, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I never thought about that. But then the same thing happens with other people, right, with the coaches on the team. They can receive structured guidance from you. I am the queen of boot camps. Emerald boot camp, new coach boot camp, diamond boot camp. If I can think of a boot camp, I'm doing it, okay? And it gives them structure, people can follow it, and the leaders can rise. People can share what's working for them and what's not working for them. I often ask, like in the diamond boot camps that we've had, what's working for you? And people can say, this is working for me. This is not working for me. And again, it's not that it's selfish. They learn from each other, but I'm also learning what's working, what's not working. Give me feedback, and that's great. And then also I think a lot of you, how many of you have discovered how many of you prior to coming here felt perhaps that you were alone in this? You're like, kind of a lot. I mean, I think coming to my first event, that's when I realized that there are other people like myself, that I'm not alone with this. So being part of a Facebook group is great because it allows you to see that you're not alone. So face-to-face conferencing, phone, and in person. How many of you build your business online? The majority. How many of you, honestly, Skype and face-to-face conference? Kind of very few of you, some of you, but not a whole lot. I highly recommend it. Why? Because it puts a name to a face. Guys, half the time if I'm working from home, I'm in my PJs, I look crazy, you know, and that makes me more real to people. And also, sometimes people say stuff in writing, but their face and their body language says something completely different.